Cincinnati looking to win. Johnson!
Muhammad for three to tie.
Oh! It's going to be Little.
Watch out. Here comes the big dog. Takes it all the way. Oh! Comes out of the rafters to jam it home.
Kilpatrick outruns everybody.
Y'all create some great players, you know, James Clyde White.
Right 21. And the house goes up. And James gets down.
Gary Clark is a problem.
Put the children in the other room. There's a big time provider at the rim.
With the first pick, Kenyon Martin from the University of Cincinnati.
Run out for Eason. Stevenson throws it up quickly and nails it.
Number 31, Nick Van Exel.
Let's get Tony Bobbitt back in there.
I wonder how Steve Logan would be over in Afghanistan or somewhere. I bet he'd be pretty poised. He just does not get rattled.
The past ain't coming back. Only the jukebox can cue up glory days.
That's too damn bad!
It's not all bad, though. Win or lose, Chatterbox Bearcats is here for you to break it down. The show starts now. Yo, what is the good word, everyone? Welcome into Chatterbox Bearcats. We are brought to you by Martino's. Check out Martino's. They got the gargantuan 2-foot subs that you're going to want to check out. It's Italian-American classics. It steps right away from the campus of the University of Cincinnati. We hold our watch parties there, and it is the best place to watch Bearcats football, the 25th ranked Bearcats, I should say, and hopefully soon to be 25th or better Bearcats basketball team. Chuck Walter, Hudson Klauke, Houdini with you tonight. 94-63, the final score in the season opener. I thought it was kind of funny that a lot of the dialogue during the game was about Wes Miller wanting more exhibition games leading up to the season. And I'm thinking, what is tonight, fellas? I mean, 31 points. It was never even close. UC was so much bigger, faster, stronger to where I don't really know what to expect still. But I'll say this. It's a team that can score a lot of points and do it in a lot of different ways. Welcome, my friend, to a new season.
A new season, man. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can take away from, beating the Western Carolina Catamounts. But you saw some good things. You certainly saw some bad things. You covered the spread. You won by 30. It got a little dicey in the second half. I mean, it was tied if you just looked at the second half for way too long. They got real sloppy to end the game. Ended up winning by 30, though, and there's certainly some positives. But I did miss the Wes Miller halftime interviews. We're back, baby. We are back with the Wes Miller.
Why does he take 7 seconds to answer?
Well, because Conway first asked him about, Abaev's first college football game. So then he was like, wait a minute, what? So it took him a second there. But, yeah, it's because he's so mad, and he's trying not to come off as mad as, he actually is. I think that's why it takes a minute to take a breather. But yeah, we got some vintage West stuff. I'm sure he'll be doing a lot. But, hey, here's the thing, Chuck, about the exhibition games. Like, we played Dayton in damn near a week. Like, we got to clean it up, man. We're playing real basketball real soon here. So,
all right, so let's talk about the offense. Despite what Eric Lilly says, thinking that this is going to be a defensive-minded team, I think for the first time in a long time, you can actually look at the offense and say that's going to be our bread and butter. I mean, the pace is quick. It's frantic. We've seen it before in the non-con, and then it slows down, and teams throw that 2-3 on us, or the 1-3-1. Oh, Victory Parkway, Loser Parkway. And things change a little bit. But in terms of shot makers, since he went 10 of 28 from three-point range, that's 36%. They went 54% from the floor. Now, they were out-rebounded by a team that was so much smaller than them, which, again, is not the identity of the Wes Miller era. It's the identity of this program, not of this era. But some dudes that can put it in the basket. Let's start with Shon Abaev, 7 for 12, 2 for 6 from 3. He had, what was the final? 18 points in his college basketball debut. Him, Baba Miller with 18 and 10, a double-double, and Moustapha Thiam with 18 and 5 were your leaders in the game. Those are three dudes that are on most mock draft boards as potential NBA guys, and then the three dudes that both trace. All three score 18 in the first game. What'd you think of that trio?
They were awesome. I mean, those three were fantastic. I thought Sham was I wanted him to be more aggressive in the first half, and then he turned it on in the second half. He had to have had like 14 of his 18 in the second half. But Abaev, man, like right away, he does that fadeaway baseline jumper. You just don't see many guys that can consistently hit shots like that. And then he did the ISO step back three again that we've already seen a few times this year, just in the exhibition games. He's awesome. But yeah, you might be right. You said it after the first exhibition game against Michigan. Like Baba Miller looks awesome. I mean, he looks like he could do it all, man. Like this Dylan Mitchell's gone. And he's like Dylan Mitchell, but actually, can dribble the basketball. He can shoot a three-pointer. He can do everything. He's a playmaker. He's rebounding the hell out of the ball. Like you just said, he had a double-double tonight. He looks fantastic, man. Like I'm really excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, Baba is, I would say, the most NBA-ready-looking UC player that we've had since, I mean, it's been a minute, man. Like, two-way. Because Abaev, obviously, there are still holes in his game. He's 18 or 19 years old, whatever it is. Obviously, the defense has ways to go. He's got to get stronger. But Baba's just a huge human being. He's 6'11", and he's like a perimeter player. But at the same time, you throw someone smaller on him, he gets a matchup he likes with someone 6'5" on the block. He's going to post up. He's going to, get behind his man, good sealer, and he's going to finish. He's got some nice touch, man, and he's going to throw it down. He's going to block some shots. He's going to finish some awesome dunks in transition. I said it after Michigan. I'll say it again. I think he's our best player, man.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. And you could tell that he's a senior. Like he's been around for a while. Like he's clearly the finished product. Like Chom and Abaev, like you said, are just super young still. So to have a guy like Baba, we got him late too. Like thank God, because I don't know what this team looks like without Baba Miller. Because he kind of could do it all. Like you said, I'm really excited. I think he's going to be fantastic, and I think you'll probably start seeing his name jump up. If he plays anything like this throughout the season, how do you say no as an NBA team to a guy with that frame that can dribble the ball like that?
The answer is you absolutely don't. Off the bench, Sincere Harris, you got the final numbers in front of you. My computer's getting a little goofy with the box score. What'd Sincere go with?
Yeah, so Sincere went with he had 6 points, 3 steals, 2 assists. And then the biggest thing of this entire game is if that wrist injury is serious, because that guy is a menace, man. He's getting into passing lanes. Like guys, when he's guarding them, they're so rattled that he's even on them, they forget how to dribble. Like they just handed him the ball.
He kind of looks like Rondo out there, man. He's got that like athleticism where you wouldn't think he'd have that burst, but like he shoots out of a cannon. The fact that he tried to finish that dunk goes to show you that he's got some ups. He's got some bunnies, man.
And he's been finishing at the rack too, which is awesome to see. I mean, I feel like we've just historically missed so many layups. He had that nice and one in transition. I really hope that's not something that's going to linger all season long, and you do it against Western Carolina to start the season, because he's a massive piece. Like we need Sincere Harris, because our defense, man, I know we gave up 63 points. It wasn't a great effort. Like the amount of backdoor cuts that they were getting on us, we kind of got bailed out because we're more athletic and bigger, stronger, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, the defense I didn't think looked fantastic at all. So
I think they won like 4 games
there
in the SoCon last year. So we're not looking at a team that was competitive in their own conference. So I don't get this, man. This is the thing that just annoys the hell out of me with college basketball is I just don't feel like you need these games. You don't, man. I mean, maybe 1 or 2, but the fact that we have 7, 8 of them consistently, you don't learn anything. Like I thought we looked awesome. I'm ready to say Final Four. We may cut down the nets. We were just that much more physically imposing than the opposition. And if last year taught us all anything, don't overreact to one game. There's a reason why there's not that pep in my voice. There's not that the pepper, the fresh pepper. There's no pepper in my voice. It's because it's freaking Western Carolina.
If we're overreacting to Western Carolina, like a lot of bad teams are going to look good against Western Carolina. I'm sorry, it's just a different level of basketball. Like I would say last year, like I was looking down the schedule, it was when we just blew the brakes off of Georgia Tech. I'm like, that's a Power 4, that's a power conference team, and we just ragdolled them
together,
on the
man.
road.
We had locos.
Yeah, so that's where, if we did something like that to Dayton here coming up in a week or so, then maybe you can start talking about that. But I know you're like, you don't learn anything, but at least the guys get some reps in. That's all it's about, especially with a brand new team. Just getting more live game action with everybody, feeling people out, seeing what works, messing with lineups and stuff like that, even though basically the entire out of conference last year, you might as well just thrown it all away. Like I was looking down, that CMOS was our leading scorer in like 4 out of the first 6 games and then fell off a cliff. So I don't know, man. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, but at least it's fun to watch after, we saw the Bearcats just drop an egg and then watched the Bengals lose in excruciating fashion. We at least got a W this weekend.
And having no NBA players I mean, Gary Clark had a cup of coffee. I think he played against like the Warriors in the playoffs one year, but it was some spot minutes here and there. Jacob Evans obviously got his shot to run around with the Dub Dynasty. That did not work out. Stevenson, Jaron Cumberland, has he made his debut in this? I feel like it's just been summer league and stuff. So at this point, he's the age where great player, but I don't know if he's ever going to get a shot in the big show. But all I want to do, man, is collect some Bearcats rookie cards. You know, the little VJ Edgecombe, the little Cooper Flag. I want a Shon Abaev. I want a Baba Miller. I want a Moustapha Thiam rookie card. And to me, you tell me if I'm wrong here, I think Thiam looks like a really good collegiate player. I don't see that next level game. People will disagree with me, but I don't necessarily see it. I think someone would give him a shot with his size, but I don't know if he would necessarily stick. But I think he'd be an awesome collegiate player. But to me, Baba and specifically, you know, Sean, I mean, that dude, again, I've called him, you know, James Harden from time to time. It's like NBA James Harden, because Arizona State James Harden, he actually got to the bucket, and, you know, not that James Harden doesn't in the NBA, but he did some different things when he was younger. But that turnaround that he had, and just some of the 3-pointers that he had, the quick release, the high release, he's huge, man. He's like 6'8".
It's hard to guard. It's really hard to guard. And we haven't seen that in a UC uniform pretty much ever. I know we talked about this last time. Like, there hasn't been a freshman that came in that's looked this polished. And he's going to have some head-scratching shots. But especially when you're playing like a Western Carolina, like he's been better than these guys on this roster since he was like 15. You know? So we'll see what happens. We start playing some real talent. But you see it. Like, you get that, you know, that Jermaine Lawrence PTSD. Like, we had this huge 5-star coming in, and you're just hoping you see some flashes. You've already seen it. Like, this guy's going to be good. He's going to be able to score. The defensive side of the basketball might be where he gets a little bit exposed. Like, we saw, what's his name? Stansberry, the white dude from the Catamounts. He was dicing us up, and he had Abaev in a blender a little bit. And he was talking about, I think he was the guy they were talking about doing construction management after his career ends. So he's going to be great. I think Thiam just at 7'2", though, from an NBA. I mean, we just saw one of the mock drafts came out. He's 23rd is what they projected him at. Like, guys are going to take a chance on somebody than him that clearly isn't like a finished product in any stretch of the imagination. So, but I think you have 3 legitimate guys that could potentially play in the association, which we have not seen in a very, very long time, all in the same time frame. Like, that's exciting.
No,
as a UC fan.
What it is what's the word I'm looking? It's reassuring, because if Wes Miller can't take this team to the NCAA tournament, like, there's no question. There's no more questions. It's not, let's shell some more NIL money their way and see if they could turn it around and get a new crop of players in. Like, this team has the talent. We said it last year, and looking back on it, did they not? That's a question for another day, because it just didn't fit. But they had the entire offseason to make it fit. They got everyone they wanted on their wish list. I mean, you have to imagine that Baba Miller had to have been up there. Thiam, they brought a coach with him and took him from UCF to get him here. Shon Abaev, they got Kirk Ariza, who knocked down like 2 of the first shots of the game, and then you didn't see a ton of him throughout shooting the basketball, but he facilitated with 4 assists, and he only turned it over once. Their bench, Tyler McKinley had 2, Jordy Rodriguez had 10, Tillery had 5, the 6 for Sincere Harris, and then 3 for Jalen Celeste. More takeaways. I think Celestine he's this year's Josh Reed. I don't think I know he averaged 9 points consistently in the power conferences, and he played for Scott Drew and averaged 9 points at Baylor. Look, they replaced him with Dan Skillings. I think he's solid. Like, that's what I think he is. I think he's your 8th, 9th person, 4th, 5th person off the bench that can knock down some threes and give you some minutes. But I'm not expecting a ton from him, but I am expecting a role. Jordy Rodriguez, I don't know if I was expecting a role. He got a lot of PT today. He knocked down some tough threes. And what I found interesting is the team shot 66% from the free throw line. Jordy Rodriguez, he's here to shoot. He literally came from Spain to Clifton to shoot, and he goes 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. Like, truly, I don't understand it, man.
It looked bad too. Like that first one, he like hit the backboard before he hit the rim. I was like, what the hell? This guy shoots like 50% from three. This was probably an anomaly. I've never looked at his, international stats from the free throw line. I can't imagine it's under like 75%. That would be insane. But he's a piece that you'd want on a college roster though. Like you saw that. It wasn't a catch and shoot three. Like he was fading away, drilled it. We're probably going to see a few of those this year from Jordi Rodriguez, and Wes Miller, like you said, seems to have a lot of confidence in the kid. He's putting him in over Celestine, which I thought Celestine would get the nod as far as the rotation minutes, but maybe he's just working back from that injury. I still think Celestine's going to be a big part of this team. I'm gonna hold on to that stock right now just because of the way he could shoot the basketball. And like you said, he's proven he's done it. So we'll see what happens, but at least they got a number of guys that they can utilize. I mean, I thought McKinley looked good. I know he only had 2 points. I thought he held his own. Tillery, same thing. Like he looked good.
Think McKinley, man, he moves really well for his size, and he's got college ready body, and I think he's got pretty good hands for his size, and he's got good touch for his size. He's got all that going for him. I still think he needs to learn how to play the game at this level. Defensively, though, did have 2 blocks and 3 steals, so you got to like that, man. If you could play defensively, you're going to get minutes from day one. And
it's his posture. That's what throws you off, the eye test. His posture. He's like a posture coach. He's like the hunchback when he's running up and down the court. And then all of a sudden you realize, wait a minute, the guy's like damn near 7 feet tall when he actually extends his back a little bit. But yeah, if you're not going to have Jalen Haynes, which looks like we're certainly not going to have him all season. I don't know why they don't just say that yet, but they won't. McKinley looks like he could be a very solid backup center. And I mean, they even threw Halvine in there like immediately. I was like, what was it? Was he the first guy off the damn bench? So that was interesting. He didn't look too hot tonight, but at least you got McKinley, and he looks like he's more than ready to take on that backup 5 spot.
It's funny you say that because Zella had 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, a steal, and no turnovers. So, I mean, if you get those numbers from Halvin, I think you'll absolutely take them. Last guy we really didn't get to is Day Thomas. He was 3 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 turnovers. I personally would like someone else doing more isolation than Day. Obviously, defensively, he's one of our dudes. Transition, he's one of our dudes. Offensively, I don't need him taking 11 shots personally. I don't. The Day mid-range, it's nice at times. It was nice last year when we needed it, but get the ball in Abaev's hands. Get the ball down low to Cham. Get the ball into Baba Miller's hands. To me, Day Thomas taking 11 shots. I don't need it personally, but we know Wes loves him. We love him, and he's going to get run. The question is, are you going to, make him one of your main playmakers, or are you going to put the ball in other guys' hands? And Day is, someone that takes a few shots a game. Shoots when he's open, facilitates when he needs to at the end of the clock, and you rely on him more for his speed, his quickness on the perimeter, and a defensive-first mindset. But again, Day has scored 20-plus many times to where we know he can go off. It's just I do think we have a little more toys in the bag this season offensively. I don't know about your thoughts.
We do. And Day-Day's going to have, no pun intended, he's going to have his days and his nights where he plays really well and he shoots the lights out of the ball. But I think it's a little bit of a learning curve just with this new roster, and the offense is just so much different. Like
he's got to bring
so
energy.
He's a great defensive player. So let's not forget about that. Like he's going to get a ton of minutes because he's great on the defensive side of the ball, and he can score too. But it's just a learning curve from what we saw last year. Like the offense was so reliant on him and Jizzle James. Like at the end of shot clocks, just ISO ball, fadeaway, step backs, contested mid-range jumpers, you name it. Not a great offensive strategy, as we now know.
And dude, if you have that offensive that mindset, or you're in that position and Abaev's on the floor, get him the ball. Like I'm telling you, day one, unless Day has a very hot hand or Abaev's ice cold, you want the ball in Abaev's hand every single time. You just do, man.
Yeah, no, especially at like late clock situations. Like a Day Thomas fadeaway is not as efficient as a Shon Abaev fadeaway. Like I think we know this, but Day is going to be just fine. I would think, and the offense just looks so much faster. The pace, it doesn't stick, man. We're like, you see that a little bit with Abaev just because the way that he plays kind of more isolation ball, but that's okay. As long as you don't have 4 guys doing that and you got one guy, everyone else is moving around. Like when Buck Harris is in, man, that thing whips around like crazy. So I'm at least excited just from a pace of play standpoint. This team looks like they're actually capable of running up and down the floor and scoring points.
Yeah, and Day-Day's critical to that. We know this. Again, it comes down to roles are going to be different this year. And granted, it's one role is going to be different this year because literally UC returns one player from a season ago. That's Day-Day. And I think last year there was a lot of pressure on him to create for himself. And I don't think he needs to do that this year. I do think you have offensive players that can, between Baba and Shon can get their shot off at any time. And I think Shon Abaev, man, keep feeding the hot hand. 7 of 12, 18 points. I'm giving him my star of the night, presented by Martino's. First star of the night goes to the first-year player in his first ever collegiate basketball game, Shon Abaev. Who you giving it to?
I'll go Baba Miller, man.
Double-double.
Our guy Baba Miller with a double-double, man, 10 boards. And that's one thing I know Lily was mentioning it, the rebounding. Like, we were letting them get way too many second-chance points. Like, just imagine doing that when you're playing a Kansas or a Baylor. Like, you got to get your hands on the rock, man, especially when you got Baba Miller and Chom in there. And Chom had 5 boards. I need to see him getting 7 or 8 every night. When he gets out of bed in the morning, he should be getting 7 to 8 boards. So that's one thing that you want to just put a little pin in that could come to bite us in the ass at some point. It's the rebounding side of the basketball.
Here's the deal. I don't stamp must-win games early on in the season, but that Xavier game at Cintas Center it's beyond must-win. I mean, it may be a quad 3 by the time it's all said and done, a road quad 3. They are really bad. They really struggled past Marist tonight. The Marist Red Foxes, 66 for Xavier, 62 for Marist. It's going to be an ugly season over in Norwood. So thoughts and prayers for all my buddies that are Xavier Musketeer fans. I always said you'll get your just desserts, and you're getting them. You guys are going to suck. So enjoy it. We've been through it many times. You guys have had a great program. Not right now. You guys are terrible. So
that's tough.
Great
man.
night.
Marist by 4.
They suck.
And I mean,
they're bad. They lost both their exhibitions.
The grad students that are still in the dorms, they probably couldn't even watch it because they pulled it from YouTube TV. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame what's happening over there in Norwood, man. Hopefully they can get it together. But I'll tell you this right now. It's the classic cliche, like throw the damn record books out. There is something about the Cintas Center that we just forget how to even play basketball. So it really doesn't matter. If they haven't won a game yet, we could still very easily lose on the road. So yes, I agree. It is a massive must win. Even if we went on like the old Tissot Chatterbox thing with the Ohio State Buckeyes when they lost to Michigan, and he said the worst thing that could happen is we win the national championship and we extend Ryan Day, and that in fact did happen. If he loses that game, you might have to. It was unreal. It's a tip of the cap to him. That was phenomenal. But yeah, if Wes Miller like loses this game, it's like he's done. Like we're just like he's fired. I don't care what happens the rest of the season. It's a joke. You can't lose for the 30th year in a row, especially in the spot that they're in.
Yeah, and they I feel like 2 years ago, this is deja vu. We had the same conversation. They had just lost to like Oakland, and we're like, you better beat this Xavier team. But I mean, we're year 5 now. We're expecting us to be a little bit better and them to look. They're really bad. They're really bad. Houdaini, good stuff. You got any final thoughts for the road?
No, man. The season is here and it's coming fast. We got Georgia State on Friday, and then Tuesday, November 11th, Dayton. U.S. Bank, baby. That's going to be a big one. I'm excited. I just so happy we're playing a real basketball team within the first, 2 weeks. That's exciting. I'm sick. Listen, I love playing Nichols and NKU, but come on, give me some real basketball, and we're going to see it here soon.
RC Cola. Stock the coolers with RC Cola as we head down to Heritage Bank Arena, one of the fine establishments in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's Hudson. I'm Chuck. This is Chatterbox Bearcats. You can find us on YouTube, wherever you get your audio podcast. We appreciate you hitting that subscribe. Also, send this show to other Bearcats fans. Hop in the algorithm. Gil Richards, I know you're watching now. The Scott Satterfield Express conductor. Leave something in the comments. It's Chatterbox Bearcats. Join the community. Year 3 for us, and it's finally looking up for football. We're hoping the same for basketball. UC 1-0. Final score 94. Western Carolina 63. Peace.